And now it's time for my featured artist of the week, and I'm joined live on air by Brian Hylam from the fantastic Friends of Emmet.
How you doing, Kenny?
How you doing, mate?
Brian here. Not too bad. Not too bad. Talking to you from a cold Dublin, Ireland. So.
Is it cold over there, yeah?
Yeah, it was -2 today, so.
Oh, cold. God, that is cold. Yeah, that is cold. That is cold. So, Friends of Emmet, your boys are you all from Dublin, or?
Yeah, we're all from Dublin. There's a couple of lads that live permanently out in Los Angeles, and just two of us in Dublin. So we're back and forward a lot from LA, and we do a good bit of stuff in Canada as well. You know.
Does that make putting an album together a bit difficult, or putting new tracks together?
No, the internet's a great thing, you know. MP3s,
oh, yeah.
And yeah, it's quite easily done. And but we try to get it together as much as we can. Mark, our singer, has a small studio over there in LA, so myself and Keith are over there 3 or 4 times a year, nearly, you know, recording and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, the old internet's a great thing. You can fly ideas back and forward, and before we get over there, a lot of homework's done on most of the ideas, you know.
Yeah. I've done a bit of that myself, so it's a good way of collaborating.
Yeah. I mean,
stuff.
It's not like it was years ago. The world's a lot smaller place as well, you know. Technology's a great thing.
So how did you guys get into music? Have you always been? Has it always been in your blood?
Yeah, we've all played in bands since we were kids, you know. And actually, 3 of us, our Friends of Emmet, were in a band together in the late 90s called The Cage. Myself, Keith and Mark, and it's, as most bands go, didn't work out for everybody, so, and we kind of lost in touch with Mark, and then I was putting together some music with Keith, our bass player, and unbeknownst to me, he sent the stuff over to Mark in LA, you know. So Mark put down a vocal on one of the songs, and it just blew me away. He says, "Listen, we have to get in and do an album." So we got back together, and it's been flat out ever since, you know.
Fantastic. So where does the name come from, Friends of Emmet?
Everybody has that one. Keith's eldest son, his name is Emmet. So we were trying to come up for a name for the band. The usual thing when you Google and you think it's a really cool name, it's gone. Yeah. So Keith's heard a knock on the door. He said to the wife, "Who was that?" The wife turned around and says, "Oh, it's Friends of Emmet." So that's basically how it came about.
Brilliant.
And
yeah,
so it made
brilliant.
it to the top 10, and eventually it made it to the top 3. So that's how the band came about.
It's a brilliant name for a band. Let's be honest. It's a fantastic name.
Yeah.
So the first track we got of yours is a track called "Coming Apart." Can you tell us a little bit about this track?
Yeah, that's that's a piece of music that I put together over here, and I said this to Mark. And Mark was having a little bit of trouble putting the lyrics to it. Mark writes all the lyrics, and he was watching a documentary called The Bridge, where basically a guy set a camera up on the Golden Gate Bridge, and he filmed it for a year, and it was like all the people jumping off it, committing suicide. There's a guy in it who survived the jump called Kevin Hines. So that kind of inspired Mark to write the lyrics, and that's what the whole song is about. His gets up in the morning, that's his day, and we've since met Kevin, and he's made a full recovery, and he goes around giving seminars on suicide awareness and prevention, and we've done a West Coast tour of the colleges over there where we'd play, and Kevin would speak. So it's sort of taking us in a whole different direction. And but it's a positive thing. He's a really positive guy. He's actually in the video for the song, actually, believe it or not.
Oh, fantastic.
So that's the story behind that one. Not to get too heavy on you or anything, but the song is ultimately a song of being positive.
There's another way out of this hole, another way out of this hell. When you're trying so hard to hold on, trying so hard to be well, there was a voice in your head said, "Hold on, there might be an easier way. There's a chance that you might beat the swell, a chance that you might beat the waves." Greyhound bus leaves for the pier, and the people you pass on the way speak a language that isn't so clear. If only somebody could see, if only somebody could say, well, there might be a chance for you here, a chance for a life to be saved. When you're coming apart at the seam, holding on tight to the rail, when you're losing your side of the dream, when you're coming apart at the seam, drowning in every detail, when you're losing your side of the dream. As you're free falling out from the rail, you find that your mind is betrayed, and the truth will now slowly unwind, leave you with nothing to say. There was a voice in your head said, hold on, there might be an easier way. Now the voices
That's Coming Apart there, one of the tracks from our featured artist of the week, Friends of Emmet. And I'm here with Brian Lynam here, talking about all things Emmet. That's fantastic. That's a brilliant track, that one, Brian.
Cheers, Kenny. Yeah, it's a fair bit of work we need to put that one together.
Yeah, I bet it did. Yeah. So what's your how do you go about putting tracks together? Do you send over the music and then Keith puts the lyrics to it, or how does it work?
Yeah, so sometimes, or else, look, as I say, we try to get together as much as we can, and a lot of it comes out. One of us will be with a rough idea or whatever. I normally, if I have ideas, it'll be a basic plan for a song. You know, verse, intro, outro, and mid-eights and all that stuff. So, and then we just trash it out, and all the other guys are great songwriters as well, like in their own right. So it's we normally have a big fight over what way we want to go about and what direction the song is going. But at the end of the day, I think it's a collective. It's a whole band collective, you know.
Yeah, brilliant.
But Mark is the lyricist, so don't ask me about any of the lyrics, because I don't listen to them. I'm a typical musician.
Yeah.
I don't like the drummer. The drummer doesn't listen to any of the lyrics; just bangs away.
Yeah,
I know.
That's right. You're not the bass player, are you?
No, I'm the guitarist.
Oh, that's all right. That's lucky, because bass players don't listen either.
Yeah. I'm only joking. I do. I sing all the back and vocals, so I have to know the lyrics. But it's good. Mark's a great lyricist. You know, he's a good storyteller. So I think that's the secret behind the album. We just wanted every song to tell a story and to be as good as possible. And we didn't put one. Well, we don't think we did put one bad song on the album. There's a couple other ones that didn't make it. They're still brilliant songs, but we just wanted to put our best foot forward. You know.
Well, you certainly do. I mean, I've seen some of your videos, and they're really well put together. Are they done by a production company, or do you do them yourself?
No, they're all done on a shoestring.
Really?
The Coming Apart one was done by some UCLA students. I think it was done $2,000 or $3,000. You know.
Brilliant.
Just calling in favors and stuff like that, and they're done. They're done on the cheapest, the fella says. We don't have a video budget.
You don't know. I bet no. How long have you been together then now, you guys?
It's about 4 years on this now. We've been together working on it. So, and as I say, myself, Mark and Keith go back a long way, you know. We've known each other for over 20 years, you know.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So the next track we got is called Headlines. What's this one about? Yeah,
that's just a bit of a rocker. I think Mark was the other side of town in Los Angeles, and he'd forgotten his wife's wedding. He'd forgotten her wedding anniversary. So just basically the song of him, I think, trying to rush back and make amends. So that's a bit the premise behind that song. But it's a kind of a tune that you'd kind of turn up a little bit when you're driving along in the car.
Out on the highway, 10 miles out on the road. We don't have a heavy load. a sound that only we know, pure as the love we found. With such a sweet glow, we're passing all traffic now. Now where should we go? Nothing can take us out or stop us now. The stories for you, stories for me. Holding on to the headlines, the stories for you. Holding on to the ground, holding on for your sound. Floating in orbit now, it's such a sweet float, our ship's never breaking down. Well, why would we know it makes such a lovely sound? It's such a sweet note, I'll sing you a song of love with headlines from above and stories for you and stories for me. Holding on to the headlines and stories for you. Holding on to the ground, holding on for your sound, holding on for the headlines, the things that ring true. The engines are shaking now, a ship's lifting off the ground. We keep searching for the answers, in the truth you hope to find. We keep asking for the questions and find them right on time. We'll find them right on time. Holding on to the headlines with stories for you. I'm holding on to the ground, holding on for your sound, holding on to the headlines, the things that ring true. The engines are shaking now, the ship's lifting off the ground.
That was a track called Headlines there. That's from my featured artist of the week, Friends of Emmet. What a fantastic! I mean, I've got to say, I love every one of the tracks you sent us. You know, and I think the next one that's coming up is my favourite. You know, so yeah, brilliant music.
Cheers, Kenny.
So are you near to getting a record deal, or do you have a deal now, or what, how's it going for you?
No, we're still totally independent, and I think a lot of it's kind of by choice. What we're kind of doing, we're kind of licensed a lot of our stuff. Like a lot of our music has been used by MTV, like on Jersey Shore, the Pauly D, Friend Zone. It's also been used on EastEnders a lot and Hollyoaks in the UK. So we're kind of doing that kind of route, and we're trying to get stuff into movies and stuff. It's just a different way of going about it, you know. And we still have all the rights for all the songs.
It's usually a good way to go, you know. With I mean, got a lot of bands of like Ryan Starr, for instance. He got a deal after they used one of his songs in an American TV show. So, you know, I think it's a good way to go to get recognition anyway, you know.
Yeah, and at the moment, it's like we've offered a couple of deals, but as I was saying to you earlier, there, like there's a lot of the deals aren't great at the moment, so you have to be careful. You know what I mean? You could sell your soul for a record deal, and it's basically it's all loaded on the record company side and not really set up for the artist. So you have to be careful. But yeah, eventually we hope to sign to a major. You know, they have a machine behind them.
There's only about 4 or 5 majors around now, aren't there? Left.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So it's
as I
difficult.
say, it's kind of changed the whole landscape of the music, and making music has changed. So, um, I don't know. There's a lot of bands out gigging again, selling merch, and just going back to what it used to be years ago.
Yeah.
Out and sell the CD, the gig, sell your T-shirts, all that type of stuff. Um, and anyway, to try and make a few bob, Kenny, yourself, to keep the show on the road.
Well, that's right. Keep the lights on, isn't it? So, as we
Yeah,
say,
basically what we're trying to do is get enough in now to finance the next record and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and to make sure that we can keep doing what we're doing, and as I say, we're back and forth for the States a lot and Canada. So it's all, and the lads come over here to Europe and UK and stuff. So all that stuff takes money and time and money. So basically, you just have to choose your battles wisely, as the fella says.
Yeah, I mean, I think the dynamics of the music business has changed so much now that there's no longer any money in the actual tracks themselves, or the albums. The money's in in franchising and in playing out to gigs and that sort of thing, isn't it?
That's it. Try and get one of your songs on an ad, or get into definitely into a movie. The whole gaming thing is huge at the moment.
Well, that's another big market, isn't it? Gaming,
like they pay really well if they're going to use some of your music. So it's all that. There's different streams there to try and get money in, but it's I don't know. Our stuff seems to be coming organically, word of mouth. As I say, I don't sound big headed, but the songs are pretty strong, and they suit certain scenes, or they'll suit certain. Like we've been used on EastEnders, I think 4 or 5 times this year, which is it's great.
That's brilliant. Yeah,
it keeps the wife happy when she's being played in the old Vic in the background, or whatever. Kind of vindicates what I'm doing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
So it's kind of organically the way it's happened with us, which I think is a good thing. It's just kind of word of mouth, and which is good. But as I say, we'd love to be, I don't know, out there supporting U2 or Coldplay or whatever. But
do you do a lot of gigs now? Are you gigging much? I mean, quite difficult,
as I say, we just done a pretty big show here in Dublin in the Olympia. Like we normally get over here maybe 2 or 3 times a year and play. Do the Ireland UK, and then I think we're back out to the West Coast in February now to do some stuff over there. So, and then probably Canada in April, March. So we gig as much as we can and try and keep the show on the road.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it difficult with you being in different countries to try and organise that sort of thing?
Yeah. I know it can be, to be honest with you. The flights are expensive and all that, but I mean, what can you do? There's 2 or 3 of us based here, 2 of us based here, and the other guys that are based in LA, and that's just the way it is, So, but it doesn't affect the songwriting or anything like that, As I say, technology is great; you can fly ideas over and MP3s and all that stuff. And
I know a lot of bands that they rehearse on Skype, because they're in different places at different times, and so. I mean, we're not talking about the quality. Of course, the quality is not going to be good, but just getting the ideas together, and
we haven't gone that route yet. Skype and rehearsing that Skype.
Yeah, well, it's just to get the ideas flowing,
roughly to get the ideas. Good idea, actually.
Yeah. So this last one we got yours, but that's really gone really quick, that interview. But this last one is one of my favourite tracks, I think. Probably of the year that I've and I play it all the time. I've got it on my iPod. I'm sorry I didn't pay for it, but I've got it on my iPod.
Yeah, that's one of those tracks. I think Mark came up with the original idea, and he sat down and played at the piano, and you just kind of went, "Hold on a minute, this is we have to do something with this." It was just one of those the kind of hair stands up the back of your head. Type of
it's a classic
type of scenarios, and we flushed it out, and I think it was used for an independent movie called The Saved. I think that's what it was kind of scored for. But it's a cool track,
and the video is good for it too. I love the video; it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So this is Friends of Emmet, and my favourite track, probably of the last couple of years. I just love it. This is Hero.
You took a second and I get to your head. Does anybody care? Has anyone said? The tears run dry but the blood still flows in the hearts and minds of those who've been broken. Does anybody care out there? Does anybody care? Light up the way now, there's always hope, and always a way outside. Light up the way now, everyone needs a hero, everyone needs a sign. Hopelessly lost in your fear, your worst enemy is here, and she's spoken. And could you care enough to step out, lend a hand, offer hope, offer something? Does anybody care out there? Does anybody care? Light up the way now, there's always hope, and always a way outside. Light up the way now, everyone needs a hero, everyone needs a sign.
That's Hero there from the awesome Friends of Emmet, and I'm here with Brian Lynam. We're talking about the weather. Fun enough, as you do. It's not so good where you are then.
No, it's a bit cold. Well, in fairness, it wasn't raining today, which is we were just talking about the rain there. But it was cold. It was -2 today, so it was pretty cold for Dublin, you know.
Yeah, that's cold for anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool. Yes. So, what does the future hold then for Friends of Emmet? What have you got in the pipeline? Anything, a new album coming out, or?
Yeah, well, we're going over in, as I was saying, heading back over to the States in February to do a bit of recording. So we'll see what comes out of that. Probably an EP, I'd say, at that stage. Maybe a 4-track EP, 5-track EP, and then hopefully record more stuff at the end of next year. And just keep going and hope for the best. Yeah. Just keep doing it and just trying to get the stuff out there and try and get it into as many hands as possible, you know.
Yeah, well, we wish you every success here for Loop Radio because we love your stuff and we play it all the time. You know, we're always playing your tracks and all the other DJs play it as well. And, it's good. It's quality. You know, you can't beat quality, can you? You know.
No. Well, listen, Kenny, thanks very much for having us on, and it's been a privilege to talk to you, man.
No, it's been great. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule and coming on and doing this for us. We've been I've been hoping to get you on for a while now, but things haven't worked out because of your schedules and stuff. But
we're up and down on our place. Yeah, but it's been great, and thanks for all the support. I really genuinely mean that.
No, pleasure. It's all we do, mate. It's what we do. We support independent music, and it's a very small part of what everybody does. A lot of people in this business. We just try to help each other, basically,
and keep it going. A long may it last.
We certainly will. Thanks again for coming on, Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Brian Lynam and the Friends of Emmet.
Cheers, Kenny. Talk to you soon.